a lot of movement that has to happen at the end of the quarter, where you might see, and Ronch, you probably know this better than me and Smitty, but a lot of the times, don't they kind of go into like the bigger names? Because bonds have been outperforming the equities for the most part on this downturn. Maybe there's a chance where they kind of come in, start buying all this stuff at a discount, and we get a little bit of a breather to the upside before they decide to rip everyone's faces off again. What do you think on the quarter rebalancing? Do you think that has anything to play into it? That's just what the note was saying.
I mean, I don't know that you can predict what's going to happen at the rebalance, but will it have an impact? I think it can, especially in an environment like this. And when you talk about, oh, there's money in bonds, that's kind of a very broad blanket statement. Like, what bonds? Do you know what I mean? Easier for me to look at something like a squeezometer and say it's at 39. And guess what? On the same day, and one of the advantages we have by finding unusual flow, do you remember that bull risky that came in on March 12th for JP Morgan? Those guys were going out to April. They bought calls and sold puts to finance the call. That's a very bullish signal in a very ugly tape. I don't need to know that money's coming from bonds into equities to see a change. You know what I mean? To me, it's more chartered financial analyst, big-brained thinking, which I don't have a problem with, but it's not my lane. And half of the time, those guys, they don't get it right to begin with. So I'm always somebody that looks for, like what Smitty was talking about, quality at a discount. Can I get it? How do I get in? You know, I use leaps and I use 80 delta leaps, and people always ask me, well, aren't you worried about being hedged? And I'm like, that is the freaking hedge. That is the hedge. I bought something. I have the same control as you. I participate 80% of the underlying if we're both right in the same direction, and I have a 2/3 or a third of the capital risk that you have on. So I'm hedged.